I feel like going home now. So when I feel it just a little bit, when I'm in the kingdom, well, I know that the king, can I get some help in here, will provide for his subjects. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm glad I got a king that will provide. I ain't got much gas, so give me something to ride on. Touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, the kingdom is my priority, and I serve a king who's got a cattle on 1,000 hills, and if it were not so, the Bible would have told me so. Thank you, prophet. That sounds real good right there. So I got to go to my seat because a man of God is here. But touch your neighbor, say, neighbors, I'm glad that the kingdom is my priority. I'm not worried about what the stock market says. I don't even know who Dow Jones is, but I know who El Shaddai is. I know who Jehovah Nissi is, and I know who Jehovah Jireh is. Say yes. But then Jesus says these immortal words. Y'all ain't helping me. I heard Matthew say, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all, I said, and all shall be added unto you. Touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, I ain't worried about tomorrow, because I serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Can the church say yes? Take me one step higher. I gotta modulate once. Say yes, Lord. High five your neighbor and say, neighbor, my pastors taught me that the kingdom is my priority. And when the kingdom is my priority, I ain't worrying about how my gas tank gonna get full. Can I get a little help in here? Oh, children, I said, oh, children, I ain't worried about the eviction note, because he is my priority. Somebody shout, ooh, the kingdom is my priority. Can I go one step higher? I gotta get out of here. But Pastor, thank you very much. But I got to leave you, children. But touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm so glad I ain't worrying no more, 'cause the king got my lease. The king got my house note. And you got people looking at you right now, scratching their head, wondering how you make it. I want you to just testify that the King of Kings and the Lord and the Lord and the Lord and the Lord of Lords is taking care of me, putting money in my pocket, putting joy in my soul. Can the church say yes? I got to leave here tonight, but high five your neighbor and say, neighbor, the kingdom is my priority. Clap your hands and say, yes, Lord. Whoa! Whoa! Aren't you glad that the kingdom is taking care of you. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, I was worried when I came to Bible study. I didn't know I was going to get to work in the morning, but I'm determined that the King is going to stretch my tank. The King is going to keep my tires. The King is going to keep my engine running. Whoa, the King. Anybody know the King? What's his name? What's his name? Jesus. Oh, Lord.